guys, welcome to another World Cup team preview series. And in today's episode, we are going to be talking about Iran. Yes, that's right, Iran, one of England, USA, and Wales' opponents at this World Cup. And if you like this sort of World Cup team preview content, why not hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss any of these World Cup team preview updates that are coming out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. So, Iran are part of the AFC, or the Asian Football Confederation in Asia when it comes to World Cup qualifying, and the nickname of the team is Team Melli, which basically means the national team in Persian, the national language of Iran. Now, a little bit of a fun fact for you is that Iran's 2018 group stage elimination was actually the best performance at the World Cup, whereby they gained 4 points in their 3 group games, scoring 2 goals and conceding just 2 goals. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for them to qualify from their group, which actually had on paper 3 teams that are better than Iran: Morocco, Portugal, and Spain at that time. And when you look at the record of Iran, they don't really have one of the best records at the World Cup. They've never reached the knockout stage at any World Cup that they have appeared in which they have appeared in 5 previous editions: 1978, 1998, 2006, 2014 and 2018, and their 6th appearance now in 2022, and they've never played in the knockout stage. But maybe this time things could change. So the qualifying campaign for Iran for this World Cup basically ended in a very, very good note, especially when you consider that they were in quite a difficult group where they were placed with South Korea, UAE, Iraq, Syria, and Lebanon. And even in the previous round that they had to qualify through, they basically breezed through their group in a way, despite losing like 1 or 2 games. They scored a lot of goals in that second round, but in the third round of World Cup qualifying in Asia, they actually topped the group ahead of South Korea and UAE. And they've only lost 1 game, but that was against South Korea when they were already qualified for the World Cup at that point. So there was no much need to really field a strong team or put up much of a big performance. And despite that, they were only able to concede very few goals throughout the final round of World Cup qualifying, which kind of shows you the quality that Iran will be coming into this World Cup with the players that they have. And so the manager, or the head coach of the Iran national team, is none other than Carlos Queiroz, who is a Portuguese manager, and he only just recently came back into the national team, I believe just a few weeks ago, and that was following the sacking of Skocic, if I'm saying that right. And Iran decided that they would replace the manager that actually got them to the World Cup with the manager who has probably had the most success with the Iran team, and was actually the Egypt manager, but they failed to qualify. So it was a little bit easier for Iran to get Carlos Queiroz back into the team when he left back in 2019. And some of the star players of the team include the likes of Mehdi Taremi, Sardar Azmoun, Alireza Bayramvan, the goalkeeper, who actually saved Ronaldo's penalty at the last World Cup, I believe. You also have Eshan Safi and Morteza Paul Alaganji. So there are some actual star players in this Iran team that you may have not heard of, and maybe some that you did know a little bit about, especially Taremi and Azmoun. But how about the way that this Iran team actually plays now that they have like a new-ish manager? Let's find out. So the way that Iran will be playing at this World Cup, or might be expected as, is that they will be playing in a 4-1-4-1 formation, whereby their lone striker is the focal point of their attack, and the midfield four, basically behind the center forward, are the ones that supplement the attack, whereas the center defensive midfielder kind of sits back and defends for the back four. Now, some of the strengths of this Iran team is their defensive solidity. Now, even with Carlos Queiroz back, no matter whom the manager is, Iran always seems to keep a very, very sturdy and solid defense, which, it's not a very leaky team. I honestly don't remember the last time Iran conceding 3 or 4 goals, even against some of the big teams of the world. And we saw that at previous World Cups, whereby, if you remember, they've only conceded 1 goal against Argentina in 2014. They only conceded 1 goal against Spain and conceded only 1 goal against Portugal. So despite the wealth of attack that a lot of the stronger teams have, Iran have always put themselves up for a much more respectable scoreline. Even if they lose, it would be 1-0 or a draw 1-1. Now, another strength of this Iran team is the squad cohesion. Now, considering that this is a World Cup in the Middle East, and actually it is literally basically a neighboring country of Qatar, Iran will have a lot of support at this World Cup. It's probably going to be a very big support, and they're used to this sort of climate. And not only that, the players they already know how Carlos Queiroz manages the team, because they had him as their former manager before Scott Gossage came in and then eventually left. So the squad cohesion that Iran will have coming into this World Cup is going to be a very, very big strength that they will be coming up. They have their home crowd with them, practically. They have a manager that they've always been entrusted with, and hopefully they can finally deliver a very first ever knockout stage appearance at a World Cup. Now, some of the weaknesses of this Iran team is they don't score enough goals. Their attacking threat is not the most potent. However, when there are players such as Azmoun and Taremi, who actually play in Porto and Bayer Leverkusen, they could be expected to score the goals for the team. However, when you have the support that Iran has, it's not as much as they have at Porto or at Bayer Leverkusen. However, obviously, Iran will be hoping that with the players that they now have and a lot more of a cohesion about the team, hopefully now that Queiroz will be putting a little bit more into the attacking third in order to supplement the sort of lack of goals that Iran have usually suffered with at previous World Cups. They've never actually scored probably more than 3 goals in a single World Cup campaign. So, they need the center forwards, or at least the midfield, to really supplement the attack. And that basically means that one of the weaknesses is creativity. Now, yes, we can all say that Iran did score a fair amount of goals throughout World Cup qualifying, but the disparity between the teams that they competed against at World Cup qualifying and the teams that they will be playing at this World Cup, it is starkly different and will impose different styles of play, whereby it will probably be Iran who will probably be sitting back but would like to try to counter-attack, which might be their style of play at this World Cup. However, creativity is not really there when you don't have goal-scoring opportunities. So for Azmoun, Taremi, or whoever starts for the Iran team, they really need to up their goal-scoring game, as well as their creativity as well. And so at this World Cup, Iran have been placed into Group B at this World Cup, and they actually start the campaign on Monday, the 21st of November, 4 p.m. local time in Qatar, where they will be up against England. That's right, the Three Lions are coming up against Team Melli. this is actually the very first time these two nations have met at a World Cup, and so that'll be a big opportunity for Iran to probably make the first big shock of the tournament. It's right there for them, so let's see if they can deliver. And then the second game on Friday, the 25th of November at 1 p.m. local time, they'll be up against Wales, another UK team, and also probably the first time that they've also played Wales at a World Cup, obviously, and probably ever as well. And then they round up the Group B World Cup campaign on Tuesday, the 29th of November, 10 p.m. local time, in probably one of the most famous matches back in 1998. It's a rematch, Iran versus USA. Obviously, there'll be a lot of attention in that game, especially when it's the last game. It could come down to the final day for both teams to potentially qualify for the next round of the World Cup. So it might be one of the most feisty affairs heading into this World Cup. So probably don't miss that one out, Iran versus USA. And at the same time, we have England Wales. So that two very, very good games now that we will be having at the end of Group B. So will Iran finally make the knockout stage at the World Cup for the very first time in their history? Time will tell. So that's it for the World Cup team preview series for Iran. Now, if you like this sort of World Cup team preview series, why not hit the like button and subscribe to the channel? And also ring the notification bell so that you don't miss any of these World Cup team preview updates that will be coming out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of every week, basically, until we're heading into the World Cup itself. And the next episode, which will be on Friday, the 7th of October, I will be talking about Japan, another Asian powerhouse, and a team that actually has a lot more success compared to Iran at World Cups. And so, obviously, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of that update. And as well as that, I will say, I recorded this video on my birthday, 4th of October, so it's my birthday. The Japan video, I'll probably have long hair. This one I cut my hair recently, so that's why when you see this video, I have a haircut. When you see the Japan video, which I've already done before, I have my long hair. So after that, I'll have this short hair after the Japan video. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one.